Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Gabriel Anders. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. For over a decade, you've welcomed us with open arms into your bars, breweries, and beer houses, your city parks, community centers, stadiums, and arenas. And starting tonight, we have the honor and the privilege of bringing the Arizona Wrestling Federation into your home each and every week. The stars you've grown to know and love. The action and the excitement that you've come to expect. Without further ado, the Arizona Wrestling Federation proudly presents unto you High Voltage.
Introducing first, to my left, he is from a time unknown. He is Mr. Arrow Nova, a.k.a. Aussie G. And his opponent, to my right, from Riverside, California, weighing 161 pounds. And he told me his birthday was May 6th. He is Goosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. This is AWF High Voltage. We are here. We have reached the point of our first match here this evening. This has been long awaited and anticipated, and as you hear the AWF Fan Nation in full throat and in full support of Ozzi G here tonight. There's the bell, and we're underway. Goosh fights Ozzi G in a ladder match qualifying match. The winner of this will advance to the 7-person ladder match that'll be taking place January the 24th at AWF New Dawn. Of course, JC Westerfield, one of the 7 participants, will be deciding the other 6 participants in the next 2 weeks here on AWF High Voltage with these ladder match qualifiers.
All y'all's disrespect. Come here.
Again, giving a large chunk of the AWF roster an opportunity to vie for this state championship, the AWF state championship held by currently JC Westerfield, who's also the AWF Heavyweight Championship. Goosh now with a good maneuver here. Aussie G trying to make his way out. Both men no strangers to ladder matches. Aussie G has been in a handful of ladder matches himself. Goosh was in a ladder match that could be called by many the match of the year. If I'm not mistaken, might have actually won Fan Nation Choice Award match of the year. Now Goosh showboating in the middle of the ring. He's gonna want to be careful because Aussie G could strike like that. We'll have some information on the AWF Fan Nation Choice Awards. The 2025 Fan Nation Choice Awards have hit the website. If you haven't voted, what are you waiting for? Aussie G not waiting, going for the cover here after that maneuver, but just a 2 count. Goosh able to kick out. Easy to distinguish the Goosh and Aussie G, as Aussie G has the light up bottoms of his shoes And Will Goosh can be just downright unlikable at times. That's a very, very good way to tell these two apart. Nice underhook suplex by Goosh. Almost got him there, but Ozzy able to kick out. If you have not voted, go to AWFlive.com as the AWF Fan Nation Choice Awards are ready and live. I've heard rumblings that we will be even getting the opportunity to watch the Match of the Year candidates on the YouTube. We thank you for joining us on ours. If you're just watching this and tuning in for the very first time, this is AWF Arizona Wrestling Federation's High Voltage, coming to you every Friday night at 6 p.m. Arizona time, 8 p.m. Pacific. That is completely incorrect with the time zone. It would be 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Arizona time. Of course, we're based out of Phoenix, Arizona. We're so happy you could join us here tonight. These two men fighting for a spot in a 7-man ladder match that'll take place January 24th in AWF New Dawn for the AWF State Championship. Wow, what a standing moonsault, Aussie G, but the Goosh able to get his legs up to block that one. Seems like he had the young pro scouted. Zed's, oh my word, just hurls Aussie G into the corner as if he's a sack of potatoes. Kick out by two. The Goosh now seemingly frustrated, going for the cover again. I don't think that's quite gonna, well, I definitely don't think that one's gonna do it, no. A 2 count followed by one count, by 2 1 counts. The most life showing out of Aussie G right now is in the soles of his feet. He's going to want to rebound quickly here, as the Goosh would have the upper advantage if he wasn't getting so frustrated. Nice shots to the midsection by Aussie G, trying all he can to fight back. Oh! Big light up boots to the face of the Goosh. Takes the Goosh for a whirlwind ride, and just like that, the tide has turned and momentum is back in Aussie G's favor. The AWF Arena now certainly on the side of Aussie G, wanting to see him gain a victory and get a chance to be, could he be the next AWF State Champion? We will have to see, time will have to tell. Going for a long splash and he connects. But does he have the wherewithal to go for the cover? There he goes. A very lackadaisical. Wait a minute. It looked like a 3 count. Oh no, to Goosh. Goosh has his hand on the bottom rope. A smart maneuver. Some have to. You have to wonder if that is intellect or instinct. After the massive splash that he received, Aussie G now trying to put the finishing touches on the match, but Goosh has other ideas. Big connection from the Goosh now. Aussie G's in a bad place in the center of the ring. And a slap for good measure. Come on, Goosh.
Have a good night, kid.
Finish him off. No need for the disrespect. Going around now. Gooshing around the ropes as if he's in the Goosh mobile. Roll up cover from Aussie G. 2 and 3 count. Aussie G got it. Aussie G going on. He's going to go to New Dawn. He's going to get a spot in the AWF State Championship ladder match. January the 24th, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Gabriel Landers. We will be right back here on AWF High Voltage.
Why are we sitting down? Come on. We are the Creed. This is High Voltage. And you know what? We are here to make chaos. We are here to destroy, to get that through you, both of your heads. Look, you have a match tonight. Mighty Mike and that Roy, he wants to call himself sexy. I could call him many things. Beat them up. Show them my way. Show them our way. Expect victory.
what a second contest we have for you here tonight. A tag team match fought under traditional AWF tag team rules. One man will be legal, as you see Roy Davidson, the sexiest of Roys, squaring up with Dos Equis in the middle of the ring, looking to make quick work, but not quite a roll-up here. Only gets a 2 count. Nice arm drag by Roy Davidson. And oh, take a second to pose, sexy boy. Why don't you show him how sexy you are? The fan nation here definitely in favor of the new change of attitude here. I think if I say that he's brought his sexy back, will we run into any legal issues? I don't know. We'll get the lawyers on that one. But we are looking at a solid match here as Roy Davidson tagging in the mightiest of superheroes in the AWF, Mighty Mike. Patented snap near by Roy Davidson, followed up by an elbow. Mighty Mike going for the cover here. Just a 2 counts here. Now, of course, Dos Equis and Kilo, as you see in the near corner here, teaming up against Mighty Mike and Roy Davidson. Kilo and Dos Equis representing the Creed, led by, of course, conspicuous by his absence, Aaron Creed, who's not out by ringside. Typically he joins the fellas, but Creed does have a big match coming up against Ray Black here this evening. And of course, Mighty Mike and Roy Davidson both have history with the Creed. If you've been to any of our shows in Phoenix, you noticed the Creed running amok with very often these two men as their focus, amongst others. Mighty Mike at one point was actually in the Creed, but seemed to have been awakened, some say, by Roy. Big dropkick connects by Dos Equis, and the sexy one down for the moment. Mighty Mike tries to will him onto the corner. Tag to Kilo as we see the youngster who just made his debut last October in the King of the Cage match at the Reckoning in Peoria. Kilo now trying to make a quick name for himself, tagging with Dos Equis. You're going to see cohesive tag team work between the Creed. They are a well-oiled machine of dominance and destruction. As you see, evading the 5 counts, keeping each man fresh, and Roy is in no man's land as he is all the way across the world from his partner, Mighty Mike. My God, what a suplex there. That was by Kilo. Going for the cover. This could be it. No, Sexy Roy kicks out. Just taunting Roy Davidson. Gonna get that should draw some ire from this AWF fan nation, who's been somewhat quieted by the dominance of the Creed, but Roy able to get around Kilo, and gets caught up in a big power slam. Center of the ring once more. That might do it here. Kilo just a 2. That was about a 2, 2.5, 2 3/4 there. You saw even Mighty Mike getting a little bit jittery on the outside. Roy Davidson, a former AWF state champion, also a former Unleashed champion, would like to get back to the likes of state champion, would like to add that to his moniker. Hear the crowd getting behind Sexy Roy, the chants are what you're hearing. He would arguably be one of the sexiest AWF state champions in AWF history. Roy now trying to make his way back to Mighty Mike. Big mule kick, a la Awesome Andy, but he kicked him right into his corner. Dos Equis able to get a tag to Kilo, and that sure backfired. As Kilo now big suplex into the corner, and here we go. The merry-go-round of destruction continues. The merry-go-round of pain that the Creed introduces. Dos Equis now just a 2 count there, but you have to think the pinfall's almost secondary, as the Creed always likes to inflict as much pain as humanly possible, as directed by their leader, Aaron Creed, of all people. Roy trying to work his way up. Oh, big maneuver by Roy Davidson. Can he capitalize and get attacking the Mighty Mike? That took about everything he had out of him. Deseki's now trying to make his way out to over to Kilo. Roy able to make the tag. Mighty Mike is now in. Big attack by Mighty Mike. Hits Dos Equis. Gets him with another elbow. Now Kilo's joining the party and a big punch missed. Got him that time, that Mighty Mike. Oh, the uppercut of justice. As Mighty Mike now going for the cover. Oh, just a 2 count. Mighty Mike delivering and serving discipline all around the ring. Take that, Creed. Now, Mike and Roy going for a big double suplex. Oh, late Kilo able to stop them. Pulls Dos Equis out of the way in a big double clothesline here. Kilo now, oh, dude, that's not good. Mighty Mike now sent out to the abyss. He is flying, but not the way he'd like to. Wait a minute, Roy Davidson now reverses, goes for the Roy Davidson going for his finishing maneuver on Dos Equis, gets the cover. Sexy Roy and Mighty Mike with the victory here tonight on High Voltage. What an amazing victory we just saw from those two young competitors. Sexy Roy and Mighty Mike getting the victory over the Creed. And now let's go backstage to JD with the word from Marty Snow.
Hello, my name is JD, and here we are with Marty Snow, our former tag team champion. Here he is going to qualify for the ladder match at New Dawn. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that it's probably your first day in the job, isn't it? It's a 2-time tag team champion, right? And we never lost him. Me and Midas didn't lose him. Me and Aiden didn't lose him. But this company keeps wanting to screw with us. And
Marty, what's going on, man? How you doing, JD? You doing good? Sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to tell you being loud and all that, you need to worry about, bigger things. I know you had a great, last year. I know you try and make a better year. That makes it both of us. So I just wanted to offer my hand, respect and say good luck.
Look, talk about professionalism. Where's your wrestling gear? Oh, I forgot. You're not a real wrestler. No. You're a deathmatch guy, right? You're a money man. How much money have you actually made this company for? How much actually?
I can do a lot.
How much money have you actually made it?
Just like
how much
teeth out. I can do.
Well, welcome in here, folks. My name is Gabriel Anders. Thank you so much for sticking with us here in AWF High Voltage. We've had a great night of action here. We are kicking off our third bout. Again, our main event coming up here tonight this evening. Cosmo Orion, the former AWF Heavyweight Champion, who has a bit of a grudge, if you will say. Wrestling in a bit of a quote-unquote grudge match, if you will, with Clutch as the attack on Gmo. Some say, some question whether or not there was a coordination there between now champion JC Westerfield and Clutch, if there was any cahootery in cahoots between the two, because the beating that Cosmo Orion seemed to take at Christmas Chaos last December may have costed him his AWF Heavyweight Championship. The championship that he was so nobly and boldly defending. Those two lock up later tonight. Right now, we have a qualifying match, the second qualifying match, second of 6 over the next 2 weeks, or this week and next week. Ray Black in command, the veteran now having his way with Aaron Creed. Not a sentence that is said very many times. Usually Creed is on the delivering end of the punishment. However, Ray Black looking to get back. He is a former one-time AWF state champion, looking to get back in the mix of things by earning his way back into the big 7-person ladder match occurring at AWF New Dawn, January the 24th. That one will be at Bull Shooters. You'll see ticket information at awflive.com. I believe there are tickets still available at this point, most likely. I would say that front row is probably sold out. I haven't checked it this morning, but I would say it's very close to, if not. So you want to rush over there and, of course, buy more and save. Group tickets starting at 4 packs, you can get a discount. And then if you have groups of 10 or more, text or call the AWF information at Arizona Wrestling Federation's website, awflive.com. Ozzi G, we saw qualifying for that ladder match. And again, JC Westerfield doing double duty. Let's not forget that he is also defending his heavyweight championship in a rematch against Cosmo Orion, who we'll see later tonight, fine-tuning before his big championship opportunity. Aaron Creed now taking back momentum. Aaron Creed also looking to get into the state championship mix. He has been a former AWF tag team champion. He's leader of the Creed, who we saw DeSecchis and Kilo come up short. I'm sure he will not be too happy with what we saw there in the ring earlier this evening, but Aaron Creed now trying to take control of Ray Black and slams him in the middle of the ring now. Now the veteran is feeling it there. Just a 2 count there. Creed maybe a little slow in getting over to the pinfall. One has to think if he had been moving a little faster, he might have been on his way, marking his calendar for a big ladder match at New Dawn. Nonetheless here, looking to finish off Ray Black, but Ray Black crafty with I think it was a right to the eye, but the referee missed it. Now both men exchanging blows, middle of the ring. Creed able to create some separation, but Ray Black brings it right back, connecting foot to the midsection, followed by a DDT, and Ray Black is feeling it. Can he cover him? Going for the pinfall, the big man, just a 2 count. Impressive that he got the 2 count. But Ray Black now definitely favoring his lower back. Oh, Ray asking the fan nation, I think we may be getting to see the prettiest elbow in the business. Ray Black going up top. Is he going to hit the elbow drop? The fan nation now willing him on. What do we got here? Ray Black all the way to the top. Wait a minute. I think Aaron Creed is stirring there. Oh, wait a minute. What a cheap shot. Creed doing everything he can at the last second, driving the referee into the ropes, taking Ray Black out to dry. And now Creed trying to meet him up in no man's land. I think, man, there's Ray Black fighting back out as he should with everything. Oh, did he just take I think he just took a bite out of Aaron Creed. I don't know what that was flying at the camera there, but able to knock Creed off of the corner. Ray Black now continuing his journey to the top. Are we going to see it? Ladies and gentlemen, the prettiest elbow in the business. Ray Black, 2, and it is academic. Ray Black moving on. He's going to be going to the big ladder match to try to get a chance at winning the AWF State Championship once more. Ray Black victorious, and we're going to go backstage with JD, who has Chubby Depp standing by with comments on his upcoming match with Paul London at New Dawn.
Hello, my name is JD, and I am AWF's backstage reporter. Here we are with Chubby Depp at High Voltage, and we are here talking about his match at New Dawn with Paul London. I heard that you haven't beat him on a 1v1. How are you feeling?
Well, JD, we're here right now. We're here at High Voltage. We're here making history. Isn't that what you wanted to do, Paul? Isn't your reason for coming to Arizona to make history? But where are you? You're in California, probably auditioning for another D-list movie while I'm right here, while I'm here handling business. But come the 24th, Paul, I'm going to overcome every obstacle, the obstacle that is Paul London, because everyone's right, I haven't beat you one-on-one. But I'm going to beat your ass, Paul. As soon as you get here, I'm going to hit you with one of these. I'm going to give you the beatdown of a lifetime and send you packing back to California, because Chubby Depp is on a rise back to the top. And the only thing standing in my way is you, Paul. I'll see you the 24th.
Now back to ringside.
Thank you, JD, and we are back with more in-ring action. Now to Chrissy with the announcements.
He is Texas best kept secret. The Pinnacle Strong Style, Marty Snow.
Texas is a lot better than Arizona.
Weighs 235 pounds. He is a former Kingdom of Pain winner and a former tag team champion from Phoenix, Arizona.
Are you ready? I'm fucking always ready. Ring the bell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Gabriel Anders, and this is our fourth match of the evening. One more until we see Cosmo and Clutch square off in a brutal grudge match. And right now, before that, we are going to name another entrant into the 7-man ladder match that'll occur January the 24th at New Dawn. There you see Marty Snow on the outside, not making any friends here in the Fan Nation, as Cash Cartier, who has had a couple of devastating, amazing performances, matches in which he almost came away with the victory, but didn't quite, twice in a row. Almost a Josh Allen type feeling here now, looking to get back in the mix of things if he can, back into the state championship. This will definitely hurdle Cash into it. Of course, he had two seeming apparent, almost very close, not quite victories, coming up short against JC Westerfield, who will, of course, also be in the ladder match. So thus, up to this point, we know that the ladder match will have the state champion defending JC Westerfield. It will also feature Ozzi G, who won his qualifying match against Goosh earlier. And just before, a little bit ago, we just saw Ray Black, who defeated Aaron Creed. So Ray Black, Ozzi G, JC Westerfield will all be in the big 7-way state championship ladder match at New Dawn. This, of course, will name opponent number 4, as we've already had those 3 named thusly. So Marty Snow or Cash Cartier will be competitor number 4 named in the ladder match. Cartier taking a quick advantage. Marty was trying to stall, trying to get in ahead of Cash Cartier. We saw him earlier in the program. They had a bit of a run-in during pre-show interviews as they were trying to get an interview with Marty, and him and Cash met backstage, calling Cash nothing but a deathmatch guy. Certainly not accurate, as Cash Cartier is a King of the Cage winner, was a former King of the Cage winner. He's had 2 amazing, what just happened to be hardcore style matches with JC Westerfield, but also is a former AWF Tag Team Champion. So Cash Cartier has had success in his own right. And Marty Snow, of course, a 2-time AWF Tag Team Champion. Winning it with the likes of Midas, winning it with the likes of Aiden Colt, also competed with the likes of Chaos, amongst other competitors. A part of that big triple threat ladder match a couple years ago that was nominated for Match of the Year for the AWF Fan Choice Awards, which again, you can vote for the 2025 Fan Choice Awards at AWFlive.com. Big boot from Marty to Cash Cartier has him dropped. Could that one do it? Cash looked a little out of it, but just a 1 count. Wait a minute. Oh, now maybe extra leverage? No, that same result as the others' attempts, Marty. Good try, though. Attempted a little bit of a mini splash, a sitting splash, or kneeling splash, if you will, but didn't quite put Cash Cartier down. It's going to take a lot more than that to put down Cash Cartier. He is, of course, we all know in the AWF, the Money Man. Marty Snow now working on Cash Cartier, trying to earn a spot to his first singles title. Both these men looking for an opportunity to earn their first singles gold here in the AWF by competing in the AWF State Championship ladder match at New Dawn, January 24th. Ticket information available at AWFlive.com. Cash Cartier, oh my lord. Big boot by Marty Snow, not letting the crowd have what they want, and now just pummeling Cash Cartier in the middle of the ring. Marty Snow can be all fun and games until the bell rings and another individual altogether tends to come out. He tends to poke fun and have his way in badgering opponents, fans, and staff members alike, but once that bell rings, Marty Snow is one of the scariest, most intense men you will ever find yourself across the ring from. And Cash Cartier has found that out real quick. Marty Snow is no joke. Referee trying to get Marty Snow out of the corner. Cash Cartier going to do it for him. As Cash Cartier now going for a suplex in the middle of the ring. Marty Snow blocks it again, into a roll-up now. Referee going for the cover, just a 2 count. Cartier kicks out. Another big knee from the martial arts expert, Marty Snow.
I'll make this bitch top out.
And then, we apologies for the language there. We didn't quite need that, Marty Snow. But Marty Snow vowing now to make Cash Cartier tap out. I do not believe Cartier has ever tapped out in his career here in the AWF. This would be a first, but Cartier using really the energy of the fans to get him up into a roll-up, but Marty Snow quickly kicks out. Looks like both men were trying to catch each other with a clothesline, but fell short in the ring on both aspects. Oh, going up for a brain buster. Marty able to escape and wiggle out of it. Cartier gets airborne! Takes Marty Snow out. Now, can he capitalize? Just a 2 count. But definite signs of wear for Marty Snow. Now, wait a minute. We've come to see this. This is not... Oh, it didn't look good. Oh, my God. Did you hear that crunch? Marty Snow's digits. We're going to have to check his fingers after that. I think it might have been his middle ring or both. Just snapped. We've seen Cash Cartier do that a number of times. JC Westerfield, his fingers were mangled. Taylor Kingsley, he was able to do it just a 2 count there. Taylor Kingsley out of action, unable to be here tonight at High Voltage because of his hand injury suffered from Cash Cartier in December. Nice, impressive standing moonsault, and that'll do it. Cash Cartier moves on. Cash Cartier will be the 4th man in the 7-man ladder match for the AWF State Championship. New life and another chance at the AWF State Championship. This will be Cash Cartier's 3rd chance in 4 months. We'll be right back after this break here on AWF High Voltage. I'm Gabriel Andrews.
What is this, huh? Get off the chair. Get off the chair, huh? You think you deserve sitting on a chair? Both of you, huh? That was ridiculous. That was embarrassing. Come on all of us, huh? What happened? What happened in your match? You couldn't contain both of them? You couldn't contain Mike? And you did not finish. You did not destroy them. Isn't that what we're all about, Kilo? I gotta keep composure because I remind myself, and I remind both of you, that January 24th, New Dawn, Roy Davidson, you want to call yourself sexy. I want to put you through a test. I want to put you through our trials. A gauntlet match with Kilo, with Dos Equis, and myself. And you know are man enough to get through at least 1, 2, 3 of us, we will no longer be a thing. Do you get that? We will no longer be a thing. So I suggest we get the job done. Come on.
just shot him. This ain't fake. You're in my house, Cosmo.
Introducing first, to my left, weighing 240 pounds, he is wherever the money's at, Big Marty Clutch! And to my right, from El Paso, Texas, weighing 175 pounds, the Galaxy's greatest, Cosmo Orion!
All right, we are here. We have arrived. This is tonight's main events, and it is Cosmo Orion trying to get even with Clutch. Not only did he take out his partner Gmo Caminari at Christmas Chaos after just unsportsmanlike conduct, if you will, not agreeing with the fact that Gmo was able to score a victory on him, being a very, very poor sport. That's right, Clutch. You are a very poor sport, in my opinion. Now, Cosmo went in to save Gmo Caminari, who we hope is recovering well, was not able to make it here tonight. Cosmo fighting in his honor. Also, some question if helping Gmo and being attacked, Clutch's attack on Cosmo may have costed him his AWF Heavyweight Championship. Others say in that same light, if you are to play conspiracy theorist, was there possibly some sort of coercion? We know that Clutch's services can be money for hire. He is wherever the money's from. Did somebody flash a little green Clutch's way in order to help them gain an AWF Heavyweight Championship? We're not naming names, and this conspiracy theory isn't necessarily about JC Westerfield. However, many in the AWF fan nation think that might be so, as well as one Cosmo Orion, who's looking to get the upper hand on Clutch and get a little bit of revenge as he heads into his championship rematch at New Dawn. Clutch, in a very particular position we don't oft see him in. Oh, wait a minute. This is the dead weight, pure strength position that we're used to seeing him just flinging the body, flinging Cosmo Orion across the ring. He was a little surprised that he stayed. Oh, my word. And I think Cosmo was a little surprised at just how strong and fierce Clutch is, as many folks are when they enter the ring. If you want to start a future in the Arizona Wrestling Federation, do yourself a favor and see if you can stand 1 minute in the ring, stand 30 seconds toe-to-toe with Clutch. Not many can. And Cosmo Orion is learning just firsthand why Clutch was a part of a tag team who held the AWF Tag Team Championships for a record 600 plus days. Who is the reigning AWF Unleashed champion for the greater part of 2025, and now Clutch has his sights set on destroying Cosmo Orion for even questioning, even suggesting that he had any part of wrongdoing in the championship exchange. Cosmo Orion in a bad shape here. We have seen Cosmo Orion since winning the AWF Heavyweight Championship from Matt Cardona at Overdrive 12 back in August at Bullshooters. Since then, we've seen him defend the championship gallantly on many occasions. We've seen him defend it against former champion Chubby Depp, former four-time champion and longest cumulatively reigning champion Chubby Depp. We've seen him defend it against Rudy Rogers, the king of the king. Oh my God, that is just intensity personified, striking fear into anybody's heart. Perhaps this will do it for Cosmo. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, the referee's going to be... I know he's protected by the stripes, but... We've seen the referee trying to advise Clutch that he could not count the pinfall due to his hand obstructing Cosmo's shoulder, thus making it not technically an actual by rule pin. You see Clutch almost having none of it, though. I would hate to be the one who has to tell Clutch that anything he's doing is incorrect, wrong, or not to his liking. Talking about a death wish. I don't want that. Cosmo now just trying to survive. Clutch trying to choke the life out of him on the mat here. You know, I'm all for righting wrongs and getting back revenge you think is yours, but we have seen Cosmo Orion have one of the most brilliant, brave 2025s.
Squeeze the life out of you, sucker. Oh.
All the opponents, all the great wrestling, taking Mustafa Ali to the limit, facing Rich Swann, defending his championship, all of that, doing so well, but 2026, the count bounce back is not starting quite as well as I think Cosmo Orion would hope it is. Again, I'm all for wanting to make a statement and getting back vengeance that you feel is yours. Perhaps he's even taking up for Gmo at this point. But Gmo and Cosmo, of course, halves of the former tag team champion Aerospace. Clutch almost making it a point to let Cosmo know that he's just here to rough him up, allowing it to translate. At this point, you have to wonder if Clutch might have already had the match and he's just here to dole out punishment to Cosmo Orion. I'm starting to wonder if it might have been a bad idea for Cosmo Orion to take this match prior to his championship opportunity. Cosmo again will be facing JC Westerfield for the AWF Heavyweight Championship January the 24th at AWF New Dawn in Phoenix. Get your tickets at AWFlive.com. Cosmo now seeming to spring back to life. There's that second win we're so accustomed to seeing. Oh, missed with the chop there, and Clutch. Oh my God, has him in the corner again. That ought to do it. I think I saw the second and third wins leaping out of Cosmo's body. This is probably going to do it for the cover. No, Cosmo kicking out, but one has to think at what cost him. And should he? Considering he has his title match coming up with Westerfield at New Dawn. Pride is one thing, Cosmo, but fight to see another day, if you will. I know in this match honor might be on the line, but don't do something stupid with somebody with such violent toughness as Clutch weeks before your AWF title match. Good God, there goes Clutch. Just when you think you might have him, really. The man from where the money is, Big Money Clutch, knows how to knock you that. Well, I don't think we can say that on High Voltage. I've just been handed a note to cease and desist that sentence. So, AWF Fan Nation now willing Cosmo Orion here. Clutch just toying with Cosmo. Cosmo not taking a liking to it. Back to his feet. Strikes to Clutch. Clutch wheeling and woozy in the middle of the ring. Cosmo trying to whip him, no avail, back into the corner. But this time, able to fend off Clutch as he charges in the corner one more time. Ducks the big man. That's what you gotta do. And a big enziguri assisted by the ropes into the corner. Can he finally get it? No! Clutch reverses it again. But Cosmo nibble on the ropes. Big drop kick. Has Clutch down. Go for the cover, Cosmo. Go for the cover. Cosmo now feeling it. Clutch just for a short time was down, but reeling back already to his feet. Cosmo looks like might have been trying to set him up for a cutter, and oh, there's a big slam from Clutch. We know what's next. Big splash. That ought to do it. 1, 2, and Cosmo kicks out. How in the hell did Cosmo kick out? And Cosmo, why? Why would you kick out? It's just honor, Cosmo. It's just honor. Take the L and go into New Dawn for the title. Clutch now in disbelief as well. And, well, I guess telling Cosmo to take the L is, well, you know, I can't think of a redundant analogy right now, but that was a nice kick to the foot, kick to the back of the head with a boot to the face, and oh, he's shoving the money! He's shoving the money in his mouth! Cosmo making the money man eat his own money! Going for the cover now, Cosmo, 1, 2! Oh, Clutch able to kick out. My, oh my! Clutch able to kick out somehow. Cosmo's face is in disbelief, and I am too. I second the opinion, Cosmo. Cosmo, well, it looks like he has him lined up in the corner, so why not go to the top here? Fan Nation willing him on. Cosmo trying to make his way up to the top. What does he have in mind here? Wait a minute, what's going on? Oh, that's Westerfield! Oh no, that's Westerfield! JC Westerfield, that's going to be it tonight on High Voltage. That's all we have time for. Westerfield spoiling this match before we'll see you next week on High Voltage.